poppin', man? Y'all with y'all boy again, man. The coolest dude on YouTube, man. And I know y'all see the thumbnail, man. So y'all know what's going down, homie. Now, well, I'm gonna explain it my way, like the best way I can do it. Now, what it is Ghana is basically granting citizenship to any African American, no matter where you live in the United States or whatever, since they be tripping on us like a motherfucker over here. They basically like granting citizenship for us to come back home. It's history to where, you know what I'm saying, when they came and snatched us all up and boom, came over here and brought certain slaves, and a lot of them got threw off the side of the ships and all the bad shit that they used to do to us, dog. We was over there chilling, living our life. But we get to go back home, dog, if we was to choose to, if you got the cheese to do it, if you feel that you don't want to be in America, and if America don't like us or love us, I just feel straight up, all our black people just like as on get us all our ships and boats, planes, whatever it take to fucking get there. And then it's like, y'all stop doing business with us and let us go home. You know what I'm saying? But that's what this video is about, man. Oh, before we actually get it in though, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all a clip of Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? He's a successful rapper from Philadelphia. Y'all know Meek Mills. Come on, man. But he chopping it up with the president over there in Ghana. So just imagine all our black leaders that got billions of dollars and shit like that. And you go over there, you talk to the president of Ghana, and you, whatever's worse over there, they go over there with their money, build and make better, and we just go home. You know what I mean? So I'm finna let y'all see a little segment with Meek Mill talking to the president of Ghana. Then I'm gonna give y'all a little clip of the, you know what I'm saying, well, we got granted our citizenship if we wanna go to Ghana. You know what I mean? Coolest dude on YouTube, only bring you the greatest news. Let's go.
Most of my adult life was in prison because of not committing crime, wrongly accused. So when I got locked up, my whole city, I would say country, half of my country stood up for me. I grew up in a single parent household, just me and my mom, probably grandmom, you get support, two uncles. We never really had support, so when you get these type people supporting you, when I got out of prison, I wanted to make sure I give that back to the people. And, you know, we started a foundation where we raised $100 million within like 2 years. Very powerful people from all races, Asian, black, white, Spanish. We put them, we all in a room like this, and we take our power and influence and try to change laws from state to state. And I always express to them, I make music. They met me making music. They use me as a trampoline, as the door to be able to access kids from 8 to 50 years old.
12 tribes of Israel. Israel, you look at Africa, you look at all Jerusalem and all that. Just look where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And put it all together. You know what I'm saying? And then you can brighten your future. Let's go.
I tell them that I'm not a politician. God put me in this position, and I'm going to remain it and hold it as an open door. I use rap as my trampoline to be able to communicate and have the reach that I have. That's what got me in this room with the president right here, making.
That's the truest shit right there. It's like this. You use rap as your trampoline. Therefore, it's like it's a little money making machine real quick. You get in, you get a world some light, beautiful messages, beautiful music. You got a little cheese from it. Now you invest back in it to make it a bigger project. It's and just instead of using music, you know what I mean? You can take that money and you can transfer the money into create businesses, supermarkets, stores, apartment complexes. People are spending way too much money, man, on all this jewelry and all that when there's other stuff you can buy. Then when you fall into a depression or a situation, then you go pawning the jewelry. You go pawning and selling your cars. It's like Lil Boosie had to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Master P had to sell the house with the gold ceiling and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hammer with the pool with the H in it, man. You got to get rid of them shits one day, man. Stop being super richer than the next person, man. And y'all use our money wisely, dog. We could have took our shit to Ghana, built up, make the water better out there, healthcare, whoa, this, grocery stores, street lights, supermarkets, good army. It'll be all us. We ain't got to worry about nobody deceiving us. You know what I'm saying? Give all the families money, give us our reparation before we even go over there, go back home. Period. Facts. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna finish letting y'all get into this, man. And I'm finna roll me a blunt. Y'all need to hear this, get into it, think about it, because if something never happened really over here, they not fucking with nothing over there. It's peace over there. Y'all study Ghana yourself. Let's get in there.
Music, so I use that as my door to keep activating things, and making it to Ghana is a dream of mine, to always be able to come back here and do anything. I don't know what to tell you that you would like or love, but anything that builds, anything that connects the bridge to the young black people where we come from, because we don't know about this. American officials don't really talk to us like that, and just being invited here, I was willing to stay here all day just to meet some black, strong people that really come from where we come from. So
go home.
I appreciate you, and thank you for having us today.
I'm really very excited that my daughter Jacqueline
Look at our president.
that you should come and say hello to me. And
That's
I
our
appreciate
president.
that very much. I heard about it last night.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot.
Whoa. And it's happening at a time when a lot of places in West Africa and a lot of difficulties. And here we have what, 100,000 or something more?
That was a lot. I didn't even know I was gonna see that.
Yeah, coming out to party, to listen to you and enjoy themselves.
Now another thing, like how Farrakhan can have 1,000,000 dudes march on the White House lawn. You know what I mean? Just to hear dogs speak, just to hear him talk. Just imagine if all 1,000,000 of those people right there just throwing like $50 a piece, and then it's like put it toward building for us to have like healthcare, grocery stores, and all the poorest nations of our, you know what I'm saying, in different countries. It could be done, man. I promise y'all though, it could be done. But somebody holding y'all back. It ain't that. Somebody holding y'all back, y'all under a contract, or y'all scared of something. But I promise you this, in Ghana, and from what I've seen in Ghana, it may be a couple of like white people probably out there, but I've seen the president is black, the army is black, the police is black. You wouldn't want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? We getting our ass whooped over here. So it's like, hey man, y'all think about it and like, share, subscribe to it, man. I'm finna let Meek Mill finish telling y'all, because I bet you he got a house in Ghana. I bet you Beyonce and them gonna go purchase something over there. I promise. Hey, let's go home.
It's something really extraordinary. We have to thank you for that. Make the best
That's
of
on
it
anyway.
by
That's in
reforging
anyway.
the link,
I was just pausing that. You in it. Lady
leveraging
Doc,
our
y'all.
mutual strengths of each other and for each other, so that we can
That's my
elevate
baby.
the
That's
position of
her
black
signature
people in
there.
the world.
Yeah.
Here and over there in the Americas as well. It's a
Right.
very important development for both of us.
Right.
We're very keen on it, and we're doing a lot of talking around the world to make sure that there's a
See,
clear
that's my president
understanding
right
of all
there,
our
y'all.
parts of
You
how
know what I'm saying?
very,
Obama
very,
and
very
then dog.
important it is for our future that we connect.
I ain't
and
voting no more.
Everything that is built around that
Yeah.
to grow. When we have people with a major talent like you do, that helps, and that you come here and expose us to the world and expose yourself to the world in that way too. All those things are important building blocks, and we have to encourage it. And I'm happy that the result of this year of return program has made more and more and more and more people like you, our brothers, our kith and kin in the Americas, are finding their way here to rediscover their links, and reestablish them as well. It's 10, 15, 20, 30 years time, we will see the benefit of all of that for ourselves.
My name is Meek. Rap probably about my third string power. It's what I started off with, but I do reform now. Start with that because that's the most important thing I think I should say to you right now at this moment. I got locked up for basically this gun in a certain environment, where you have to make a decision of do you want to stay alive, which was actually the smartest decision for that environment. But you have to be 21 years old. get you if somebody about to murder you. So I made a decision that I was willing to face if that time came. But when I got locked up with that gun, they said I was truly false. I always, at that age, I was 18 years old. I had $18 in my pocket. I had 2 bags of marijuana in my pocket. I never really believed in selling crack. And my friends really started hanging out with each other, and I got to know him. I scaled him because I don't know any powerful, successful white men. I never had. I asked him one day because I knew he was extremely powerful from me viewing him, and I asked him. I said, "Could you come to court with me?" He came in the back and told me that he wouldn't leave me back there. He swore on these type of people.
It's all right, baby. Calm down.
I got a prison. I wanted to make sure.
I'm listening to some news. Stop.
Me too.
Hit squad. Ha.
Did he get it
Reckless.
molested, man?
You know what I'm saying? MC Doc, baby.
Y'all want to,
We
man?
came to do this. You heard?
Ghana has granted citizenship to several African Americans and Afro-Caribbeans as part of the Country Beyond the Return initiative to attract resettlement of Africa descendants. In 2019, Ghana successfully hosted the Year of Return with raft of activities at home and abroad to encourage the descendants of those who were forcibly sent into slavery to return home to Africa. Ghana has become a repatriation hotspot for many Black Americans over the last few years, since the country hosts, among others, the many castles and forts which were used in the slave trade. Ghana was used as a slave trade hub during the transatlantic slave trade. The Portuguese built the first permanent slave trading post at Elmina on the Gold Coast, now Ghana. This eventually passed through Dutch and English hands, and by the 18th century was handling 30,000 slaves each year.
Hold on, y'all. See that part right there? See, y'all see how they was on that boat right there? On their way from like snatching us up from where we lived and then where they wanted to bring us to treat us like slaves. We was chilling where we was. Why y'all come over there? How we got infiltrated like that anyway? See, I'm glad it's like these days now, though. It can be totally different. But y'all see that ship right there. I'm going to rewind that right there so y'all can get that quick history of it. Look at that. The Portuguese built the first permanent slave trading post in Elmina on the Gold Coast, now Ghana. And I'm going to just like go back and let them explain it again. Y'all listen.
To return home to Africa. Ghana has become a repatriation hotspot for many Black Americans over the last few years, since the country hosts, among others, the many castles and forts which were used in the slave trade. Ghana was used as a slave trade hub during the transatlantic slave trade. The Portuguese built the first permanent slave trading post at Elmina on the Gold Coast, now Ghana. This eventually passed through Dutch and English hands, and by the 18th century was handling 30,000 slaves each year. According to documented history, between 1650 and 1900, 10.2 million enslaved Africans arrived in the Americas from the 8 regions in Africa used for the slave trade. About 80% of the Africans who were enslaved and transported in the transatlantic slave trade went through the many castles and forts which can be found in Ghana.
To signal our collective determination that never again will the African peoples allow themselves to be captured and sold into slavery as commodities in foreign unknown lands to help build their wealth.
Now, if we go back home, we won't have to go through that no more. We better now. We new improved. You know what I'm saying? We got Black people within every atmosphere of everything that's going on as far as police departments, medical field, all that. Is take all our expertise and go to fuck home. Our basketball teams. They go all our comedians, our everybody. Let's go, our stars. Give us all our money. Y'all put y'all artists out. Don't copy us. Nigga, let us go and do y'all.
Wealth from whose enjoyment they were largely excluded. It would provide a bridge for the reunification of the global African family, to construct a new future of progress and prosperity for the Black peoples of the world. And would also put the spotlight on Ghana's Pan-African credentials, showcasing Ghana's vision of bringing unity and dignity back to the process of social and economic development in Africa and in the African diaspora.
For some, Ghana is a destination where worries about safety and racism are non-existent. For others,
Y'all heard that? Let me go back. Let's go.
A bridge for the reunification of the
Listen.
global African family, to construct a new future of progress and prosperity for the black peoples of the world. And would also put the spotlight on Ghana's Pan-African credentials, showcasing Ghana's vision of bringing unity and dignity back to the process of social and economic development in Africa and in the African diaspora.
for some, Ghana is a destination where worries about safety and racism are non-existent. For others, Ghana is a place where expatriates feel they can effortlessly thrive while connecting with their ancestral roots.
That's what Earth is supposed to be about, man. So why you would want to go to something like that, man? Non-existence over there. We ain't nobody racist over there. Then if you around all your people and all y'all got money, how can it be crimes and problems over there? Let's go home. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay us first, and then we'll go home, and y'all won't have to worry about us no more. So now, to the people that's in charge, the United States, government, whoever, there it is. That's the challenge for y'all. Give us our reparation. We'll go home. Then you ain't got to fuck with us no more. Straight up. Man.
Ghana is the only African country which grant free residential permit to any black person born outside Africa.
Y'all heard that shit. Let's go back. Go back. Right there. Let's go.
While connecting with their ancestral roots. Ghana is the only African country which grant free residential permit to any black person born outside Africa to live in the country as long as they want through their right of abode law. Upon living in Ghana for some few years, citizenship are automatically granted. Here are some of the statement of African Americans whose African citizenship were restored to them.
Now it's gonna turn up, oh. Oh yeah, now I can do a lot more. You know, I really want to get into a lot of things like real estate. I want to do, you know, business, a lot of business. I want to do entertainment still. I want to travel across West Africa.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about, dog. Let's get some United States money. Pay us our reparation. I'll go home. Give me my cheese. I'll go home. You know what I mean? Where that Jackson slave owner at? I'm here, homie. Real talk. I'm finna research that shit. Real shit. Give me my cheese. I go home.
On my new Ghanaian passport. Hey, Charlie, no more visa.
I'm so pleased to have finally received my citizenship today. The first visit to Ghana was in 1970 when I was a much younger person. And I've always felt at home here in Ghana. I now have a home here, and we built a house about 10 years ago, and we're spending time here and look forward to being productive.
Grantee for citizenship, and actually the way I'm dressed now, I wanted to let the government of Ghana know how much we're appreciative of everything that they're doing for us. But 2 weeks ago, I was in Stu as in Koso Ohene, and more so. So my new name is Nana Akwesi Dentra, and I just wanted to show that we love Ghana and that we are continuing to invest and engage in everything that we're doing in the.
Oh, I'm very excited.
I love Ghana. Hey, man. You know what I mean? Hey, subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, you out there too. So it's like, give me my fair share. I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, help your boy get home. That's what this is about now. Because it's like, man, we ain't even accepted over here. And we the coolest people in the world. But peep game, though, I'm going to let y'all finish this story. And I'm just being straight up. Because it's like I can be comfortable and live anywhere as long as good people around me, great food is around me, no diseases is around me, no people trying to just beat you down and put their knee on your neck. And they supposed to be helping you and shit. Dude's supposed to be resuscitating them. He killing them and shit. That's what happens in the United States. Real talk. And that don't happen over there. I ain't saying that it ain't crime everywhere. Because if somebody may not have something and it makes it hard for that person to maintain within that atmosphere. So they got to be the dumb one to do shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like we'll have less of that if we go home. Let's go though.
You know, it's a very, what should I say, just an exciting day for us. You know, many of us have been waiting for this for a long time. Like me, I've been living in Ghana 20 years. I've been married to my husband 43 years. So, you know, the people, the country itself, and, you know, everybody here is so welcoming. That's the thing. It's a very pleasant place to live. The people
I
are
drive
pleasant.
down the road, nigga.
The environment is pleasant, you know, and we
I
feel
work
free
over
here.
there.
I just want to come here to meet and greet and help my brothers and sisters, always. And I just happen to be Ghana. I'm glad I came to Ghana. It's a wonderful country. Such wonderful, warm people.
Excellent. I feel great. It's been a long time coming. I'm very happy. I feel fulfilled. And I feel like it's really a dream come true for me. My life is unfolding beautifully in Ghana. And I'm happy to finally get Ghana citizenship. It's a really big deal.
Oh, man.
It is an honor for me, on behalf of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to welcome you all to this memorable occasion on the swearing in of our brothers and sisters of the African American and Caribbean diaspora.
That's what's on all my applications when I apply for a job. What are you? African American. They speaking to all of us. If you having problems over here and it all's failed, before we have to deal with anything that goes on over here, let's check into about like looking at like, okay, let me go find my peoples over there. We got peoples everywhere. I promise you. I see how people move right now. And you got family members all over the country right now. So imagine our ancestors and all our people that moved around right now. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Hey, I feel it'll be a beautiful thing. Then the USA can play Ghana in every sport, every singing competition, every dance off, every whatever, nigga. And see, Ghana be Ghana on the map. But it'd be the most heard of country ever. City, state, whatever. Let's go.
Parent community as Ghanaians, I'll add again. The Ministry of the Interior, after a careful scrutiny of the applications of 126 members of the diaspora community, recommended the grant of Ghanaian citizenship by His Excellency the President to our brothers and sisters. He granted it, and therefore we are here today.
Salute you, bro.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, following the illustrious tradition of our first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, George Padmore, and particularly that of Dr. Y.E.B. Du Bois, Pan-Africanism has remained both the cornerstone and the unique cliché of Ghana's foreign policy. This tradition, His Excellency the President has rekindled and demonstrated by the establishment of the Diaspora Affairs Directorate under the office of the President. He wants them under him, under his eagle eyes. And what a team we have, led by Brother Apapio. The Year of Return program in 2019 was further to demonstrate government's commitment to this. In a related development,
beyond the return,
beyond the return activities,
hey, I'm watching the news,
currently being pursued
beyond the return,
by the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, is a further step in the right direction. I am glad to state that you are our own people who have chosen to return home and make Ghana your preferred home. You are welcome and you are assured of our hospitality, Akwaba.
I think it is a spiritual healing for those who are receiving this citizenship.
What's happening? Man?
As you know, some years ago, they were forced into migration when they didn't have any choice. And for those who went away to the plantation farms several years ago, even though it's about more than 400 years, those who have found the descendants who have found their way back to Ghana are looking for that spiritual healing, are looking for not just the citizenship that we have given them. By restoration, we are restoring citizenship for them. So when a person of this kind is getting a citizenship, it is not the same as Ghana giving citizenship to a Lebanese, to an Indian, to an American, to a white, a Caucasian, or a British guy. This is a different sort of ceremony, which is why the Interior Ministry and the Diaspora Affairs Office finds it necessary to organize something special, and on occasion like this, give the citizenship back to them. So it is a restoration of the citizenship that they have lost so many years ago, which we have given back to them.
As long as we want to be safe where we live. Gone.
Home. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing.